What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today, as you know, we're gonna preview Spurs versus Juventus. This is gonna be probably the match I will enjoy the most. Not to say that PSG versus Real Madrid is not going to be an entertaining match, but Spurs versus Juventus is very close, and I exactly do not know, cannot predict who is gonna go through. So it's very exciting to do the match preview with you guys. Just like always, guys, if you haven't checked already, be sure to check out my match preview for PSG and Real Madrid. It's up here now. The match is going to be played today, so you don't want to miss it just before the 2-hour margin in which the match will be starting. So be sure to check it out before it's too late. As we do, please remember to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. You get the deal, you know the drill, so let's get right to it. So just like we always do, we're going to start off by discussing the current form of both teams, and the first team in discussion is going to be Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs have been playing 4 matches recently. They won 3 of them and they drew one against Rochdale in the FA Cup. So it's understandable that draw because they came in from a very hard working match such as Juventus, so it's normally that players will be, quite tired. So coming to this FA Cup match knowing that it wouldn't be too huge opposition, they got cut out, it's normal, I could understand that. So I'm not gonna make too many fuss about that because it's an understandable result. However, the next 2 matches they played really well. They scored recently 6-1 against Rochdale, also at home, so very good thing for Spurs. And even though it's an FA Cup team, scoring 6 goals is not an easy feat. Moreover, I gotta say that he rested a lot of players in here. I mean Mauricio Pochettino. He took this chance in the FA Cup to rest people like Harry Kane. He also rested some people like Dembele. So it's gonna be very crucial for them for this match. I think that getting the players rested and coming to this 90 minutes against Juventus is gonna be very hard, just like always, because Juventus are a very hard work ethic team because they're Italian. Italians really like to show how strong they are. So getting their best players and more physical players ready is gonna be a very crucial for this one. On the other hand, we have Juventus, and Juventus have only played 3 matches because, as we know, the unfortunate news of David Astori passing away. All my thoughts are with friends and family because it's a really tragic news. But unfortunately, with that news, it meant that all Serie A matches were postponed for 1 week later, meaning that they didn't play a match before coming against Spurs. This could be a double-edged sword because, in one sense, Allegri could have been taking advantage of this sad news to try and prepare the match for Spurs a little bit better, but on another hand, we could say that perhaps the players are not focused, perhaps they're not prepared for this match, they're lacking match sharpness, so that also could be a very big disadvantage. So we do not know which Juventus side is going to turn up, and we do not know how this affects their performances on tomorrow, on Wednesday. So I gotta say that for that being said, we don't know too much about it. Juventus have also been trying some new formations. They've been playing the 3-5-2 recently. We know they're playing the 4-3-3 just like by heart now, but the 3-5-2 formation is very good because it allows them to go into a 4-3-3 whenever they want into attack. And a team like Spurs, which is going to be very intense, I think that it's a good kind of formation that lady could try out, trying keep the midfield compact and try to keep people such as Dembele, who were great in the first leg, at base. So it could be a very good formation for them, allowing also quick counterattacks with Federico Bernardeschi, Higuain, even Mandzukic or Dybala. It could be a very good thing for Juventus. Try to control the match in the first half, and then in the second one, just run over. With that being said, we're gonna move over into my ones to watch, and I gotta say that the one to watch for Spurs has to be none other than Heung Min Son. Heung Min Son is a very important player for Spurs, and I think that sometimes even Pochettino underrates him because Heung Min Son is probably the only players in that Spurs side alongside Lucas Moura, because Lucas Moura, well, he hasn't had enough playing time, but someone like Heung Min Son is the only player that is going to be able to, cut through lanes really easily. Eriksen, Dele Alli, they got the ability, they got the technical ability, but they do not have that physicality, they don't have that pace, and Heung Min Son has that pace. So using that in the advantage for the left flank could really be seen a very good stuff for Juventus, especially if they decide to go with a 3-5-2, because they're going to have someone like Federico Bernardeschi or even De Siglio or even Lichtsteiner, which none of them are prime, right wingers or carrileros for the right hand side. I gotta say that Heung Min Son could definitely take advantage of that and really, try and bolster the attack for the left. It could really be seen a very good match there, especially with someone like Ben Davies, who likes to put crosses in and really assist players like Harry Kane. It could be an option. For the right hand side, it's a little bit more difficult because we had a huge left back in Alexandro, which is very good, but I gotta say that in the first leg, Serge Aurier was really good going forward. Defensively not so good, but he was taking advantage of the high runs of Alexandro, so that could also be an option. But I gotta say that Heung Min Son is the most possible, but we need to keep in mind, that perhaps he may not start because Pochettino is really a weird tactician, so we need to keep in mind that. On the other hand, we got Juventus, and I gotta say that the one to watch for Juventus, in my opinion, has to be Paulo Dybala. I think that in a formation like a 3-5-2 or even a 4-3-3, Paulo Dybala is gonna be the only player to be able to take advantage of the compact midfield of Spurs. A player like Dybala has huge agility, huge movement, has great runs, and is also in the right position at the right time. So people like Paulo Dybala are gonna be able to really confuse Dyer, confuse Dembele, because even though they're great players at marking, Dybala has that ability to just be invisible to sometimes, sort of like Messi, but in a lesser scale. So Dybala could be a very, very big influential player for Juventus, but also we need to keep in mind that perhaps he may not start because he hasn't played too much. He scored an amazing goal against Lazio in the last minute, so I think that could be an advantage in his favor. But we need to keep in mind that perhaps Massimiliano Allegri will decide to go for another player, but I'm not too sure, so we need to keep it in mind. With that being said, I'm gonna move over to my potential 11s, and for Spurs it's gonna be the normal 4-2-3-1. I gotta say that they're gonna go in goal with BugaLuis, obviously through the left. They're probably gonna go with Ben Davies because he's been getting more playing time, although Danny Rose could also be a very, very interesting option, but I think he's gonna go with Ben Davies. In center back, we're gonna go with Jan Vertonghen alongside Davinson Sanchez. Alderweireld is sad to say, but he's been lacking confidence really, and he seems that he wants to get away from the club, go to a bigger club. So Alderweireld is probably not going to play. On the right hand side, I'm going to go with Serge Aurier. I think that Kieran Trippier would be a good play, but Serge Aurier just has that pace, just has that extra flair. And like in the previous match, he took advantage very well of Alexandro's run, so I think Serge Aurier could be a good option there. In the CDM positions, we're going to go with Dembele and also with Dyer. Really set on stone, those two very, very good influential players for the team. And then behind Harry Kane, I'm going to go with Heung Min Son for the left, Dele Alli for the middle, and for the right, Christian Eriksen. And up top, the one and only Fernando Llorente. No, I'm kidding. It's obviously going to be Harry Kane. And for Juventus, I'm going to go with Buffon in goal. This is going to be, I think, probably a sort of 3-5-2, but could change to a 4-3-3 in attack. And with that being said, I'm going to go with Chiellini. I'm going to go with also in center back position alongside Benatia. On the right, I'm going to go with De Siglio. For the left, I'm going to go with Alexandro. We're going to go with Khedira. Khedira being that player that's going to be able to return a little bit back when needed. I'm also going to put into that midfield people like Matuidi and Pjanic. And then we're going to go up top with Higuain, Dybala, and Mandzukic. So now at the end, what do I think is going to happen? Who do I think is going to win? Well, I certainly want Spurs to win. Just like always, I have predictions with my heart and predictions with my head. My heart says Spurs because I love the team. I love what Pochettino is doing with them. They're very organized, they got discipline, and most of all, they got a clear objective. But my head probably says Juventus because they're more organized. But I'm not too sure. I'm torn apart, really. I think that Spurs could normally take control of the match. I think they have capable players to do so. Juventus also have capable players to control it, but I think that we could see another draw. I could see that we could see perhaps a 1-1 draw, and in that sense Spurs would go in away goals. I think it's gonna be a match like this that perhaps we're not gonna see huge, like intense Champions League match like today where we're gonna see PSG versus Real Madrid, but we're gonna probably see a very, tactical side of things, a game that's gonna be won from the bench. And with the bench, I mean the managers. So I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. And we're going to go with Spurs going for an away goal. So that's going to be my predictions. What are going to be your predictions? Do you think Spurs is going to go through? Or do you think it's going to be Juventus going through the quarterfinals? I definitely want the English clubs to go. So Spurs, you can have my vote. That's going to be everything for today, guys. Just like always, remember to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. Make sure to make this channel a part of your daily routine. I've been your host for the day. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.